Hi everyone, Angela here. I purchased a pack of assorted jelly vinyl sheets with this really cute daisy pattern on it. This vinyl is semi-translucent, soft and pliable, and has a matte finish. I'll leave a link for this down in the description. Each sheet measures the same as an A4 piece of paper. Carefully fold the length in half, clip each side, and cut across the center. We only need to use half a sheet for these boxy bags. I'm adding a swivel hook to this pouch with a 3/4 inch opening. From the shorter side, cut a strip 3/4 of an inch wide. From that, cut two 2-inch long pieces. One to attach the hook and the other to use as a tab. Turn that half piece lengthwise and again carefully fold in half. On each side, cut a tiny triangle in the center. I'm using size 3 zipper tape. Cut a length that's 1.5 inches longer from each end. Make sure you're measuring from the shorter side of the vinyl. The size 3 slider has a longer pull, so it's easier to hold. Using any piece of scrap paper or light cardboard, draw a line 1/4 inch from the edge. From the line, measure and draw a 5/8 inch square and cut out. Label the smaller 1/4 inch section as the seam. I'm using the Juki TL-2010Q sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use are down in the description below. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, click the link for Echidna Sewing and Juki Junkies for North America. When sewing this vinyl, I like to use scrap pieces of fabric as starters so I don't get any bird nesting. Thread one of the small pieces through the hook and fold in half with wrong sides together. Place this on the larger piece, center it on the notch matching all the edges, and then stitch close to the edge to hold it all in place. Fold the other little piece in half with wrong sides together, and then center and stitch that on the other side. With the teeth side down, center the zipper tape onto a short side of the vinyl. Match all the edges and clip in place if you need to. Stitch together using a small 1/8 inch seam allowance. The edges should line up with the center of the foot here. Back tack at the start and finish. Turn the vinyl around, fold in half matching the edges, then clip and sew the other side of the zipper. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. As always, I'd love to know where in the world you're watching from. The vinyl edges at the top and bottom should be even. Separate the zipper, and keeping the vinyl flat, fold over the zipper tape, and we'll be edge stitching just beside the seam. On both sides, pull the tape taut and edge stitch a 1/16 inch from the seam. There's no need to back tack. With the hook at the bottom, flip the vinyl over. Bring the sides of the zipper together, then put something on top to hold it in place. With the ends of the zipper tape even, cut about 1/2 inch of the teeth from both sides. There's a large opening at the top of the slider and a narrow one down the side. We need to get the teeth into the top and the tape between the side here. We want to have both ends of the teeth even to about here before we start pulling up the slider. Installing a slider can be a little bit fiddly, and you may not have to cut any teeth at all, but it's just nice to have that little bit of tape at the end to hold on to when pulling it up. Just make sure the edges of the vinyl are even. Pull the slider up off the tape and turn the pouch around. We want the zipper to close from here up to the top where the hook is. Install the slider again from this end and leave a small opening in the center. Carefully turn the pouch inside out, making sure not to open up the zipper. Now you could have the zipper taped separate at one end, but it's a much nicer finish when they're closed at both ends. Let me know what you think. On each end, center the notch onto the zipper teeth. But what's more important is to center the tabs onto the zipper tape and then clip in place. Stitch both sides with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, back tacking across the width of the zipper. Trim the zipper at both ends just slightly longer than the pouch. Carefully burn the ends to keep it from fraying, making sure not to burn the vinyl. Take the little template and position it properly onto one corner. Clip it in place, cut the vinyl, and repeat with the other corners. Now, of course, you can just do this with a ruler and a knife, but this just saves me from measuring and marking on the vinyl. To create boxed corners, separate the vinyl, pull it taut until the edges match. Fold all the seams over in the direction of the zipper end and clip in place. Using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch across, back tacking at the start and finish, then repeat with the other corners. Turn right side out and really push out those corners to get that nice boxy shape. There's plenty of room for those new mini packs of tissue or your charging cable together with your AirPods. If you make the pouch with the zipper closing in the opposite direction, it's a little bit big, but you could even use it as a poo bag holder. I hope you enjoy making these tiny pouches. Thanks again for watching. Take care and happy sewing.